Before I start this video, I have a few disclaimers. One, I'm very sorry if I lose my voice. Because two, this is the second time I've recorded this video. That is because I recorded it and I did not have enough space on my phone. It recorded 6 minutes and then didn't even save those 6 minutes. I am very frustrated right now because I talked for so long, very passionately, and it started hurting my voice. And I don't have any recording to prove that. Well, my other disclaimers is my chair makes sounds. My TV is on because when I started recording this it was 3:30. It is now 4:15. It is very early. I'm wide awake because I had a decent amount of sleep during yesterday. And yeah, it is very late and I did not feel comfortable sitting in silence. Having said that, let's start the video. Hello everybody, my name is Brooklyn, otherwise known as the Dramatic Otaku. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why is this live action? Why the hell was your last video an hour long? Don't you already have a video up about AUs? And why did you split this into 3 videos? One, this is live action because the last video took so long to edit because I had the avatar character that had to have several different reactions because I'm just like that, I need multiple reactions. And I didn't really want to do that again because I know this one is going to be a long video as well because I recorded it before. Two, what was the second one? Where's the live action? I'll just go with ones over. So why was the last one an hour long? I talk a lot about myself, about my characters. I have a lot of plot points up here that I need to let out here. So that's why that one took so long, and probably this one will take so long too. Don't I already have a video about this? No, I only have a video of my Cosmic Royalty AU, and parts of that video will actually be put into this video as well, because I originally intentionally made it for this video, but then I made the TikToks, there's a video on my channel, blah blah blah. I didn't want people to get confused with all these different other AUs and have the series and stuff like that. No, I wanted just to have them watch the specific AU. Anyway, so that's why. And what was the last question? It was very similar to the first one. Pokemon. I honestly don't remember what the last one is. So let's just get on into the video. What is an AU? So section 2, an AU. So what is an AU? Well, an AU, and this, I don't have a definition for this, I literally wrote this video because I actually know pretty much a lot about AUs. So an AU means alternate universe. It's changing the setting or aspects of the canon characters in a fandom series. Or a series with a fandom, any series really. So it could be very simple as everything is the same, just one character spawned. That is an alternate universe. If something has specifically changed, it is an alternate universe. A headcanon is completely different. I'll explain more in my headcanons video. So I have 2 types of AUs that I'm going to be talking about today, and I know last time I had 2 types of OC, so that went for ages. But I promise you this one will probably be shorter because I'm thoroughly annoyed that my phone stopped recording. Anyway, so on with my first AU. Celestial Royalty. I keep saying Cosmic Royalty, I'm so annoyed. The plotline for the Celestial Royalty AU And sort of the whole reason why Gotta Go by Chang'a was a inspiration for the plotline. So the plotline starts off with Yamaguchi and Tsukishima. Now they, as I said before, have had a long relationship together because they both represent multiple things than just one. They work closely together, they've been friends for a long time, and Yamaguchi and Suki are invited to Yachi's birthday. Now, this birthday celebration is very similar to the original story of Cinderella, which it is a 3-day celebration, and I sort of, when listening to the song Gotta Go, sort of put scenes in my head of these 3 days, and I'll get into like each day and each experience he has on these days. And like the whole AU goes past Yachi's birthday, but it just starts in Yachi's birthday. They both get invited, and Tsukishima, knowing Hinata exists, is somewhat uneasy for Yamaguchi coming because he hasn't told Yamaguchi that Hinata exists, because he doesn't want Yamaguchi to be, or feel rather, threatened, because in his history, I've sort of changed Tsukishima's relationship to his brother and the sort of conflict they had to having Suki actually exist be the conflict between the two brothers. And for a long time, Akiteru was at unease, and he doesn't want Yamaguchi to feel unease with Hinata. He knows they're clearly not related. So in the AU, Yamaguchi and Hinata are not related, and there's this distinct reason, which I think I already said that, which is Hinata is the star of a solar system that has life, and then Natsu is a different solar system that has life. So he doesn't want Yamaguchi to feel anxiety and stuff like that because of Hinata, and so that's why Suki's sort of at unease and not telling Yamaguchi about Hinata or the Hinatas. So Yamaguchi is at first really excited to go to Yachi's celebration because he has the slightest crush on Yachi. Now, that's because in the series, it's hinted that he's the slightest crush on Yachi, and I cannot stress this enough. This AU is not Yamayachi, and it's not Hinayachi. So moving forward, Yamaguchi is at first excited, but on the first day of the celebrations, he's uneasy and he doesn't know why. And that's because he has this unknown power where he can tell other incarnations of stars. And he doesn't know that. It's a feeling that, again, Tsukishima knows, or Suki knows, because he exists and his brother exists. He's uneasy because he can sense Hinata. Now, he is unsure why and continues into the ball. Now, the ballroom, in my mind, is open-aired. It's very similar to, I think, the Moon Palace from Sailor Moon. Or the Palace of the Silver Millennium from Sailor Moon. And this is Yachi's palace. This is the Nebula Princess Palace. This is the Nebula Kingdom Palace. And I feel like the top, so the roof, is completely clear. It's very similar to the Grand Hall in Hogwarts. I don't know the actual name for that hall. I'm just calling it the Grand Hall. And there are many balconies in this hall. And on one of the balconies sits Kageyama, and he is talking to someone behind a curtain who is radiating a light. Yamaguchi notices this and gets very suspicious, but moves away from it and walks onto the dance floor to Yachi to go greet her. He looks up to another balcony and there's Suki, and Suki is looking down at him very, very worried, going, oh no, this is not going to end well. And like, Suki doesn't know what to do. So he's sort of just uneasy, but he's put a mask on, so yeah. But Yamaguchi can definitely feel his anxiety because they're close friends, and is uneasy even more so. He greets Yachi and he asks her to dance. Yachi refuses because she's already been asked to dance by Hinata. Yamaguchi is confused and asked who Hinata is because he's never heard this name before. Yachi gets confused, going, oh, I thought you would have known. Then suddenly Yamaguchi feels something jolt down his spine, so just a shiver down his spine, going, oh no, there is someone here. There is someone behind me. There is someone behind me. What is this? What is this feeling? He gets very confused, very anxious. He turns around, there's Hinata. And immediately, Yamaguchi knows he's a star. And internally, he panics. He physically freezes. Internally, he panics. He looks between Hinata, knowing he's a star, and knowing the feeling that Tsukishima feels, and finally understanding what it feels. He looks up to Tsukishima, going, you knew about this, didn't you? And Tsukishima makes a movement going, come here, we'll talk about this. They do, and Yamaguchi gets more worked up. He's like, no, this can't be possible. How did I not know this existed? How did you know he existed? What is he? And at this point, he doesn't know Hinata is a star that has life in its solar system. And so he panics, and at the stroke of 12, at the stroke of 12, he runs out of the palace because he's so freaked out. And Yachi goes after him, going, hey, wait, Yamaguchi, what's happening? Blah, 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 blah. And he goes home. And the next day, he goes, okay, maybe Hinata won't be there. And the next day he comes back and he goes, no, I have to talk to this person. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. I don't know why they exist. And so he goes back. And he talks to Yachi. They dance and he's put at ease. And then Hinata comes back into the picture. He tries to talk to Hinata and immediately he's hit by Hinata's like bright, bubbly personality, and he's like, this is really a star. This is a lot. And he starts to feel more anxiety, stuff like that. It's basically, the AU is pretty much him overcoming anxiety of Hinata. And every time he sort of meets Hinata, from then on, there is a lot of tension on his side. Not so much Hinata. Hinata's a bit blunt to it. Hinata's actually very excited to meet Yamaguchi. See, he has always known Yamaguchi existed from his existence. And he can tell Yamaguchi exists from this feeling because Tsukishima explained it to him because Hinata was being really annoying. So he's very excited to meet Yamaguchi because he's just like, oh, this is the person above me. This is the more important person. This is someone I have to protect. This is someone I have to be friends with because I'm going to be working very closely with them. And that's like where the AU goes after Yachi's birthday. It's them working together, overcoming things. It's also not Yamahina. I cannot stress that enough. It is not Yamahina either. But yeah, the third day of the ball, Yamaguchi, much like the original story of Cinderella, is trapped on the stairs by Yachi because Yachi just wants a conversation with one of her friends because she can tell stuff is going down. And I'm not sure where that goes. They have a conversation. They start talking about Hinata, stuff like that. And then, yeah, the AU goes into Hinata and Yamaguchi working together, then Kageyama and Tsukishima working together, and then all four of them working together, and you know what, get Yachi in there too. And there is a lot of stuff with the solar system. I think Kenma's thrown in there at one point, and I can't remember what I was gonna make Kenma. I cannot remember what I was gonna make Kenma. I was gonna make Kenma something. He's something very close to Kuro, and this is where Kuro comes in. So, partway through the AU, Kuro comes in, and he wants to make a deal with Yamaguchi. What this deal is? Up to you. That's why it's an AU. This is just my idea, and it's all completely up to you what his deal is with Yamaguchi. But there is tension between them because Yamaguchi is the king of stars, not the king, the prince of stars, or the star prince, and Kuro is the king of black holes. Now, Kuro is the black hole king. He's the oldest of any of the royal court, because before there was the universe, there was nothing. Kuro represents the nothingness. But there can't be nothing if there's something, so his nothingness turned into black holes. So yeah, he became black holes, or the king of black holes, and he's arguably the most misunderstood king of the royal court. He is particularly known as the king of darkness, and thus why many people think he's dangerous when he's actually not. He's just an idiot who does dad jokes and puns. But not many people know this, so he comes off as dark and mysterious. The fact that he wears a lot of black and his name is Kuro doesn't really help. Except the only person he's is significant danger to is Yamaguchi. Because if you didn't know, because at the end of a star's lifetime, if it is big enough and it collapses in on itself, it becomes a black hole. So from light comes darkness. They are polar opposites, but also the same. And that's where Kuro's deal comes in with Yamaguchi. Again, I don't know what it is. I'm leaving up to you guys. If you want to know what it is, maybe it's the fact that stars turn into black holes. That's the deal, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so Kuro is actually a true danger to Yamaguchi because of things. Because of him absorbing light, warping light, absorbing time, warping time, stuff like that. So he is very threatening, but also very much not at the same time, kind of like in the actual anime. But yeah, and the end of the AU, there is no end of the AU. It's very open-ended, and it's basically, from my point of view, Yamaguchi overcoming his anxieties with Hinata, becoming friends with Hinata, and them working closely together, figuring out that Hinata is actually a star. Okay, so on to my next AU. This one is just a cosplay AU. You can see in the background I have a figure with a bunch of leaves on it. That is for my Poison Ivy royalty AU. Pretty much everything's the same except they're set in a royalty universe, and Poison Ivy is the queen, or there's possibly a plot where Poison Ivy becomes a queen of the flowers or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so the AU pretty much started from this photo where I originally played Poison Ivy for a performance and really wanted to cosplay her again. Now the wig I don't have, so I have to go and order another wig because I got it on loan from the school, but I made the costume myself. And the problem with the costume, as you can see, she doesn't really have anything on except for the bodice. And I really wanted to give her a really nice, regal kind of ball gown type skirt. So that's sort of where the royalty comes in. And the crown on top, you can see in the picture, I have this sort of ivy chain on me. And I wanted to keep that, but I felt like if I'd just pinned it, I would get caught on a lot of things and it would fall out of my hair. So I wanted to have an actual tiara with flowers on it and then have two sides of it coming down. But yeah. My next one is another very short one. This one is Yamaguchi from Haikyuu and what he would be in various Disney universes. So I didn't think too deeply into this, I just sort of thought, what would Yamaguchi as a character be good in different AUs? So in my head there is a Atlantis the Lost Empire AU, because that, along with Emperor's New Groove, is probably one of the most underrated Disney films. And it was made in 2001, the year I was made. And yeah, and in Atlantis the Lost Empire, I feel like in the Atlantis the Lost Empire sort of AU, Yamaguchi would be the character Kira. And if you don't know who Kira is, she is the princess of the Atlanteans. I really liked this because, I don't know, I just felt the dynamic of Yamaguchi being this princess and being really caring for this and all that. I really liked that. I have no idea who any of the other characters would be. And the second alternate universe that I just pictured Yamaguchi in is Guardians of the Galaxy, and I pictured him as Mantis. I don't know what it is of me making Yamaguchi female characters, but I just like it. Mainly because these two characters are sort of my favourite characters, like Yamaguchi and Mantis, Yamaguchi and Kira. They are my favourite characters. Anyway, the next one is sort of a divergent Hunger Games sort of AU, and it's a My Hero AU. And it's set in the Divergent world. However, My Hero characters replace all the other characters. And Bakugo is pretty much Triss in this universe. Where does Hunger Games come into it? I think the dynamic of having Bakugo and Midoriya in the story, being rivals but also being friends and pushing each other, would be interesting. So I kind of inserted him to it with sort of Katniss Everdeen's kind of storyline, I guess, but not really at the same time. So think of, in this universe, Bakugo as Triss and Midoriya as Katniss Everdeen in this universe. And like, I know a few characters who like gone from one faction to another, say Kirishima, Mina and Uraraka go from Amity to Dauntless, like how Midoriya and Bakugo go from Abnegation to Dauntless, stuff like that. And like, I know Todoroki comes from Erudite, stuff like that. That is my hero Divergent AU. My next one is very similar. It is The Host. The Host is one of my favourite movies. So, The Host, but Haikyuu. It's pretty much all the characters replace the characters in The Host, like it does with the Divergent one. And the main character who's being possessed is either Oikawa or Kyoko. And I don't know who the host alien is. I don't know who Wanderer is. Wanderer could be Yamaguchi, could be Kageyama. I think Wanderer being Kageyama would be very interesting. But moving on. But yeah, it's pretty much The Host, but Haikyuu. Anyway, the next three that I'm going to explain are very, very detailed. And I'm so annoyed with the last one because I went full in detail with everything. I went into such detail with the last AU on my list here for my personal AUs. I didn't explain it earlier. My personal AUs are AUs that I've created. Ones that could be based on other AUs, but ones that I have worlds for, I have plotlines for, I have stories for. They are my AUs. These are not all of them, these are some of them. And I'm really annoyed because the last one is a K-pop AU and it goes into such detail and the footage I had of me talking of it for about 10 minutes is gone. so I will not be talking about that one. I will pretty much say, so I'll put this one here instead of saying it last, because the two before it are just more important to me. This is a K-pop AU. It is called Bad Boy God Apocalypse AU. And it's pretty much a list of several different songs. Here's the list right here in this order, and includes the groups BTS, EXO, Monster X, Twice, and GOT7. It can be expanded. Maybe in the future I'll talk about this AU more in full detail when I'm not pissed off. But right now I'm not doing that. The next AU is something I call this steampunk Ghibli anime mix. So this is an AU I came up when I was roughly 15, and I was obsessed with the animes Free, Attack on Titan, Haikyuu, and Hetalia. Or in High School Host Club. Because I was reading the manga at that point. This AU has different subplots in it, such as there's a subplot of Karasuno, and they are known as the Vigilant of Crows, and they are a vigilante group, and they are trying to get equality and stuff like that in every town that they fly to. It is a steampunk AU, and all the characters are very creative. With the Vigilant of Crows, they have these outfits that can go from looking like something similar to Tokoyami's hero outfit, and they having normal caps, to having masks that look like plague doctor masks, and outfits that turn into like glider things. But yeah, so they're smart, they go for justice, stuff like that. Then there's a subplot with like the character Romano from Italia, him owning and being the innkeeper and shopkeep of a shop in hotel kind of thing, and his having to deal with different customers, stuff like that. Then there's sort of the subplot of the police force in that series. Then there's a plot line of like the different cooking styles of Veneziano from Hetalia, and Haru from Free, and like how they work in the same kitchen but have two completely different styles of cooking. And then there's like doctors versus doctors versus doctors, how there's mad scientists, how there's medical healing, and then there's there's actual medical doctor Kyoyo Otori, and then there's magical healing Kenma. But yeah, it's set in a very Ghibli style town. Think more Howl's Moving Castle, and sort of think also the parade scene from Paprika. Very crazy like that, but it's steampunk as well. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I want to show you this as well. This is a drawing I did of Romano's shop for this AU, and you can see here, this is his shop. This here actually goes into a basement, and fun fact about this AU, the Vigilant of Crows actually live in the basement of this shop, and that's because there is a main character that thread all of the plot lines together. Anyway, so this is the shop. This goes up to this second level, and this is Romano's workbench, and this actually goes into the inn. And this is if you didn't know, it's like a lazy butler, something like that. Elevator, food elevator. My final AU for now is a Haikyuu AU that is pretty much the same. Everything's the same. The plot lines are the same, except Hinata is not the main character. He never watched The Small Giant, so he never got interested into volleyball. He instead went to baseball. And Yamaguchi never met Kei, or never met Tsukishima. And I find this so interesting because I kind of wanted to see how Tsukishima and Kageyama would react, and if they would be friends, if they still joined Karasuno together. Now, Hinata still goes to Karasuno, but because he's not only in a different class to Kageyama and Tsukishima, he, in a different club to both of them, he's in the baseball club, he never really meets them and becomes friends with them. So yeah, and you're questioning why the hell does Hinata still go to Karasuno? Just because, okay? That's, everything's the same except Hinata doesn't like volleyball and... Okay, so it did stop again, but thankfully it stopped at Yamaguchi never met Kei, stuff like that. I'm going to be really quick with this. The reason why I like that AU idea so much is because I like the complexity of what Kageyama and Tsukishima's dynamic would be. Would they be friends? Would they hate each other? Would they become the greatest like duo together? I think that's really interesting. And then Hinata sort of not being near any of them, but also being near any of them. And then Yamaguchi's one is sort of the most complex to me. He goes to Aoba Josai, or Seijo. And the reason why he gets into volleyball, because he goes into the Seijo team, is because of Oikawa, because Yamaguchi is seen at one point serving a piece of trash into the bin, and he just does it for fun, and Oikawa sees it and goes, "Hey, volleyball." So yeah, and that is my AUs. Common AUs. I had to double check. Common AUs. So common AUs are AUs that are very common in different fandoms, or spread across many fandoms. And the reason why I have them here is because they're common AUs that I have thought of, think of, or read. So common AUs in general is something like Harry Potter, Apocalypse AUs, and Mafia AUs. Now, and Pirate AUs. These different AUs are used for various different fandoms. So I know Harry Potter is pretty much Hetalia, Haikyuu, My Hero, even Attack on Titan's got Harry Potter AUs. And then Apocalypse AUs, literally any piece of media will have an Apocalypse AU. That's simple. Mafia AUs, if you couldn't see on my channel, I have 2 Mafia AUs for K-pop groups, ATEEZ and BTS. And then other AUs that are very specific or I found are very popular in certain fandoms. So ones that are very popular in certain fandoms, the pirate one's very popular in Hetalia because it's of historical context. And something that's very, very popular in My Hero is Villain Deku, or Villain blank. So one of the hero characters being a villain. That is a very popular AU in My Hero. And actually somewhat similarly in Hetalia, the 2P AU. So for those who have never watched Hetalia, and never gotten into the fandom, sorry, 2P Hetalia is pretty much second player Hetalia. Otherwise known as other color Hetalia, it is pretty much, there were these 3 chibis that the creator made, and it's like these are the alternate color schemes and outfits for the Hetalia characters that currently exist, and everyone sort of turned them into evil characters, and that's where 2P Hetalia has come from. And it's pretty much every character in Hetalia has a second version of it, and that's the AU. So yeah, that was common AUs, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry if it doesn't make sense at some points. I have had to film this now 3 times, probably 4th if my phone has stopped working. Hold on. It hasn't. Haha. Okay, go really, really quick then. So thank you so much for watching. The next video that I will be posting of this series will be Headcannons, and that won't be for another 2-3 weeks. Just because it will probably be my TikToks from TikTok and just putting them on YouTube that are my OCs. And just making a compilation of those, because my OCs, my headcanons. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, Bye.